Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Christie Taylor with a special edition of the Christie Taylor Show. And as you can see, I've got the Brady Bunch. Okay, maybe not literally the Brady Bunch, but I have Howard Bell the fourth and the cast of JOOKIN. First of all, Mr. Bell, thank you so much for being here on a special edition of the Christie Taylor Show, hanging out with us on a Friday. First of all, just kind of give us an idea of what we're in for tonight.
Oh man, you're in for a treat because this time we have some new faces that are here. We have the editor, John Hamilton. We have our antagonist, Kedrick Cologne. We have one of our jookers, which is Araya, and we also have one of our leads, Lakeisha Stewart. So this is going to be a very interesting. You kind of get everything from it, from the process of finishing the film and also during production as well.
All right. Well, first of all, for those who are going to be watching, I want you all to know that you are more than welcome to join the conversation. We're going to be taking your comments and your questions. Of course, we're going to have some other cast members popping in, and there'll be some of those who are going to be having to leave early. So we're just going to dive straight in. Howard, first of all, for those who may not know you, you have been in the film industry for a nice little minute. Kind of give a little back history of your involvement in the film industry.
Real quick, just probably since 2005, 2006, just doing short films and gradually progressed to doing features. And this is JOOKIN is my fourth feature film. So we're just happy to be able to show what, Memphis has, the talent, because all the actors were from Memphis. We shot entirely in Memphis, so it was a great opportunity and a great experience that I know I had. Hopefully everyone else had the same thing.
Okay, so JOOKIN the movie, give me the concept. Of course, we have had plenty of people who have made documentaries about it. We have some very world famous jookers out there repping Memphis all around the world. What made you decide to do a feature film on this dance form?
Well, when I was in Memphis from like 2017 to 2020, there was a JOOKIN Wars that was at the venue where we at, and everyone knew about JOOKIN, but I had never seen one of the JOOKIN Wars. So when I saw it, it was like, oh man, you got to write a movie about this, and that was 2018, and it was like tried to do it during that time, and that didn't happen. Can't run a business and then try to do a movie too. So came into fruition in 2020. So I was very happy to write it. It came out really good, 30 days, and went out, got it together. Cast, like I said, the cast, everyone, man, they did an excellent job. The people in Memphis were very receptive towards it, our locations. It was just great. It was supposed to happen because it was pretty much a smooth transition into all of it.
Now, of course, the very fact that you said 2020, that was in the midst of the global pandemic. And I'm going to kind of pose this question to our actors here, Lakeisha, also Kedrick, and Zaraya. Give us an idea of how it was when Howard reached out to you all to say, be a part of this production in the midst of a global pandemic.
Both of y'all go first.
Okay. Go
ahead. So Howard reached out to me through a couple other guys that I had worked on a film with, and then we connected, and he told me about the character he wanted me to play, and then he sent over the script. Once I read the script, I wrote him back. I was like, man, this right here is something that can really go big. And he'll tell you, I told him that. I said, this script right here is nice. I said, I've read a lot of scripts, but this one right here, there's something different about it. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes far. And now look at what it's doing.
Wow. Of course, I do know as well that, of course, welcome to the family, Keenan Walker, one of our famous actors. Now, Lakeisha, for you, what's your particular role, without giving away the plot, that drew you to JOOKIN?
Well, the role I play is the role of Charlene. Her son, Charlene and her son, they moved back to Memphis unwillingly but they have to come. And she's a very complex character, but her layers, I think, will definitely wow the crowd. I mean, I really think she did an awesome job. I mean, Howard did an awesome job creating Charlene. Let me say it.
Okay. Now, of course, Howard, of course, I know that you have, in many, many ways had to find actors who can infuse life into the characters. Just from your take, and of course, Keenan, we're going to let you jump in this conversation. Keenan, what role did you play, and how you can jump in as far as character development and the push to make this a blockbuster movie? Keenan, welcome in.
Hey, thank you, and I apologize for just jumping in.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. We flowing
on set of another film right now, in between shots. But JOOKIN, man, Howard gave me the opportunity to play Mr. Joe. You know what I mean? And Mr. Joe is the owner of a kind of a safe haven. You know, the community center for the kids in the neighborhood to be able to come and feel safe and kind of get off the turmoil of the streets. And like I said, he reached out to me and gave me the opportunity to play the role, and I couldn't be happier to know that it all turned into this.
Now, I've posed the question for those who don't know about the dance form JOOKIN. Keenan, you're born and raised here in Memphis. Were you familiar with this dance form?
Oh yeah, absolutely. JOOKIN, that was an art form, JOOKIN, and of course he had gangster walking and buck jumping, you know what I mean? But JOOKIN, that was a culture, you know what I mean? Like it was kind of like crews back in the day. They did it. Yeah, like JOOKIN crews that would go and battle other crews. So it's a real way of Memphis life. It's an authentic Memphis art form, and like I said, you can really tell who was born and bred in Memphis. I mean, by the look on their face if you mention the word JOOKIN.
I get it. Now, Lakeisha, were you familiar with JOOKIN?
Actually, I heard of it because I wasn't born and raised actually in Memphis. I've been in Memphis probably for the last 18 years. So I heard of it. I saw it. I loved it. And once I read the script and saw how he intertwined the narrative with the JOOKIN aspect, I really, really liked it.
Now, let's going back to the story, Howard. You just said you were inspired because you actually witnessed, and I've been in Memphis a long time, to witness a JOOKIN war. And John, you can also jump in here as well as a filmmaker and someone who's been boots on the ground in different capacities. How did you all capture that, the essence of a JOOKIN war, and put it within a feature film?
Well, because it was the pandemic, we didn't have a crowd, but
okay,
John and I came up with a really good idea to kind of set it up where we didn't have to have the crowd. And this is in post. So John added a lot of graphics, at the end of it, where we were going through it. So that it makes sense during this time. And we actually put it in the script as well. So it does make sense. So we're really happy about that. John was the editor, so he got to see everything. Like before I think you got on, he was just saying that it seems like he knows everyone because we watched everyone for about 8 months.
In post. Yeah, hey, John, you can jump in. Okay, so as a person who wasn't there, in the production phase. And for those who don't know, there's 3 phases to filmmaking. There's the pre-production, which is the writing of the script. The production, when the part most people know about is when the cameras are rolling and the actors are performing and the director is helping them come to life. But then there's the tedious, as you said, 8 months of post. John, let's talk about that process.
What would you like to know?
Well, for those who are watching, they just give them a bird's eye view on the life of a film editor and the magic you have to do to make a movie pop.
So for this film, of course, Howard is in Nashville. So we had to come up with a way to co-edit because it's always good to have the director in the editing suite. And, this pandemic thing came across and everybody's using Zoom, so why not? We decided to start using Zoom, screen share, and co-edit, and send the audio across. And we had many long evenings in the edit, but it really worked out really well. Got to schedule some time where Howard would come into town, and we sneak off and we meet at the Central Station Hotel downtown and find a little cubby hole and start editing in person there for a few hours. All in the middle of a pandemic, because you couldn't meet at Starbucks or someplace like that. So we had to find places, and that worked out. One of the chairs didn't have a back on it. It kind of was bad for Howard's back.
Oh,
But yeah, we worked through that. It was that, and just really, for me, that opened up a new way of editing, the remote editing process. So before, it was really used to being in the same room with the person and working for hours, chopping stuff up.
Wow.
But this worked out really well. Had a lot of difficult parts to try to find solutions for, but I think we worked through it.
And we'll be able to witness it, as a matter of fact, coming up this month. And to my actors, have you all had a chance to see any snippets of the movie?
Nothing but the trailer.
Yeah, that's all. That's the trailer.
I am so excited. I'm just excited as the people that bought the ticket. I'm like, I can't
wait. I know. Thank you, everybody. If they're watching, hopefully they are. Thank you everyone who's purchased tickets for the movie, for the after party. We are super excited. John and I have seen it, so my whole thing with coming in on Thursday is to take notes.
Right.
My thing is just going to take notes, but I want to see it with a crowd, to see the parts that, were written out to say, in my head, like, I want somebody to get mad. I want somebody, that's how I go into it. Like, I want somebody to get super mad at this person.
Wow.
So, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we actually have a couple of comments. We had Lavelle Salter, as we know, as DJ One Love, and also Tamika, another great filmmaker and playwright in the city. She said, congratulations, everyone. Showing love. We appreciate that. What is something I just kind of want to toss it? Hey, Zariah, she's back. One of our youngest cast members. And I know, Keenan, you're actually in between takes. So if you have to pop out, I just want to make sure that we get some more love from you before you go. And I know Lakeisha, also you got a full hectic evening. But I just want to kind of send Zariah a quick question. How long have you been dancing? Because you're one of the jookers in the movie.
I've been dancing since I was little, but I actually started dancing or taking it seriously when I was 8 and I joined ELYE. Okay,
tell me about that. What exactly is that?
ELYE is a dance academy for kids age 6 to 16 maybe, and all we do is we do hip-hop dance and Madrid, but mostly hip-hop. And I joined there when I was 8, and I've been trying to be consistent with it ever since then.
Wow. Now I understand you all win a lot of contests and dance battles lately. So what have been some of your favorite trips, and tell me why? Some of your favorite some of you've been on the road competing, and tell me why one of your favorite trips are on the road.
She's on mute. Yeah.
Okay, you're back. Yes,
Can
Lydia Yates live.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see and hear you.
I'm doing that.
So you've been dancing, you've been traveling, and we'll give her a chance to come back. Keenan and Lakeisha, before you all go, what are some of the things that you want the audience to pull from this movie, particularly because it is celebrating one of Memphis's, once again, original dance forms?
Well, I know for me. No, you go first, Lakeisha.
I was just going to say that, piggyback off of what Howard said, I just think that the people are going to see the talent that's in Memphis actually from both sides of it. It's here, but to see it all in this one film and to know that the way he was able to merge it together, you just have a greater love for Memphis. it's no other love. How people love Memphis, like the same way you got the people that just hate it. It's no people in the middle, like it's alright. You either hate it or you love it.
You're right.
That's right. That's right.
I
What is something about your character, Lakeisha? Your character in particular. What did you want the audience to kind of take away from her story?
Things aren't always as it seems on the outside.
Okay. So we're going to be
and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, we're going to be tuning into that. Okay, so Keenan, what about you? I mean, Memphis.
And I don't mean to cut you off, Christy, but I'm going to go ahead because I got to leave. I got to go be Hollywood a little bit.
Go ahead, be Hollywood. Go ahead, be Hollywood. We're going to see you next week at the premiere. Go ahead, be Hollywood.
Thank y'all so much.
All right. Thank you. Now, also, matter of fact, we have our youngster back. Keenan, you're in between takes. I want to make sure we talk to you because you have been an ambassador of Memphis in so many ways. How important was it for you to be a part of this film?
I mean, it was an honor, for me to be a part of it because, like I said, I've been an artist, in Memphis for, I guess this year, 23 years. 23 years I've been acting in Memphis. But, Memphis has such an extensive history and culture, and it's so inclusive of so many things, as far as, like I said, the culture and history of the city. And to me, it's all worth being showcased, So to be asked to be part of something that was a part of this particular piece of Memphis culture, like JOOKIN, that's something that goes way, 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 way back that a lot of people may or may not know anything about, but it's so worthy of being showcased. You know what I mean? But it's authentic Memphis. Like I said, if you're from Memphis and like I said, what buck jumping is, what gangster walking is, what JOOKIN is, what real barbecue is, Memphis history. I mean, but to see it showcased on such a large scale, it's going to introduce a lot of the rest of the world into something that we hold near and dear. You know what I mean? So to be a part of something that not only just, the masses, can be entertained by, but something that the people who they're the originators of the art form can take pride in and feel like, hey, something we started out here on the streets of Memphis is being showcased around the world. Now, to be a part of that venture, that's huge. That's huge. So I'm just honored to be a part of this cast, and I'm just really grateful that Howard reached out and kept me in mind.
I love that. Howard, any feedback on that? Because Keenan is extremely celebrated. He's been doing some Hollywood stuff, been on television and all the good stuff. And shout out to how you have been an amazing ambassador, even the work that you do at the Peabody. Thank you so much for always being stellar when it comes to how you rep Memphis. Howard, any feedback on that? And we're going to get back to our young Jooka over here in a second.
I mean, I agree with Keenan 100%. There have been several documentaries, but this is the first narrative. So when somebody said that, it was like, oh man, it's the first narrative story. So I'm like, hey, let's keep it going. I would love to keep writing and definitely, man, keeping the same, same characters, adding new ones, just things like that, just to keep the story growing. Because I think
Save the Dance sequels, I love it.
anything to keep the art form and the culture going, and to keep people working so they can see exactly what the South has to offer, specifically Memphis in this particular area.
Yeah. Now we have a young Jooka here. How did you make the connection with her, and how difficult or easy was it to get dancers? Howard?
Daniel Price helped me out tremendously. Ladia Yates, Jay Armour, and end up saying I don't think I even knew about Zariah, but I went to Ladia's studio. They were having a battle there, and when I walked in, Z was battling, and I was like, "Who is that?" He was battling, and it was like I saw all 3 rounds. She won.
Wow.
Right after that, it was like, Ladia, what's her name? And another young Jooker from LYE, TJ. Both of them came from LYE, and a couple more, but they just got older, so they're not with the program anymore. But a lot of them did come from LYE. A lot of them from 901 Entertainment, DXP Entertainment. So a lot of this stuff, these people are rooted in the Jookin community. We just didn't come in and say, hey, we're just going to find some actors that know how to dance. These guys and gals are actually in the community. They actually still dance, today.
Wow. Z, he said that you were battling. Do you remember who you were battling when he came to the
I remember it was a New Jersey,
Yep,
a New Jersey one.
I'm from New Jersey.
It was Memphis versus New Jersey, and it was a girl that I was battling. It was a New Jersey woman. I don't remember her name though.
She
Wow.
destroyed her. She destroyed her.
Even the very fact that JOOKIN has been duplicated in other cities and around the world, and you all have to battle to represent. How do you feel about that, Z?
I like battling. It's just like, I don't know. I like battling. It's like it gives me a chance to see how you dance, and then I could add some of your dancing into mine. To change it up. It's like I really enjoy battling. It's just yeah.
So you've been able to be on the road. What's one of your favorite cities you've had to visit?
Atlanta for sure.
Atlanta. Okay, tell me about your battle and competitions in Atlanta.
Atlanta, I didn't have a battle in Atlanta, but we went to Atlanta recently for this battle zone. It was Battle Fest. No, it was Battle Fest. Yeah, Battle Fest. We won first place. It was really fun. After that, we went to the studio called Seal Studios, and it was this JOOKIN workshop taught by Ladia, and I really enjoyed myself there also. So I think Atlanta was definitely my favorite.
Now, of course, JOOKIN, as you all know, and you can jump into as well on Kendrick, but it's been around a long time, and to see the new generation still taking it and being an ambassador, how do y'all feel about that?
Well, to be honest, when I first came across this movie, the title of JOOKIN was kind of new to me because I'm familiar with the term gangster walk and all that. Because I'm from Mississippi, but I'm in and out of Memphis a lot growing up. So the gangster walk was real popular when I was coming along. So when I heard the name JOOKIN and then started comparing it to other stuff, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I know about it, but I just didn't know this new term that they were using. So, but it was pretty cool though, just to see the different jokers battling in the movie and doing their thing. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Of course, this movie has caught, and of course, Howard, you can lean in on this one. The Eyes of STARZ. And how did y'all feel when y'all found out that it was going to go to STARZ?
That was super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of settled in now, but initially when we first got the email, it was like, what? What? I had to read it again because it was it was just very normal for them. Hey, we want to make an offer. Yeah, I'm thinking gonna get this big loan. Hey, we like that, but that came later. But it was like, yeah, we want to make an offer. Wow. So did the little negotiations and all that stuff like that, and then we made sure that we got everybody on the phone because I wanted to hear their enthusiasm and expressions after. So that was the best part, to get everybody on the phone, had a conference call and let them know, like, hey, we did this and this is what's happening, because STARZ is a major cable network.
Yes, it is. So Keenan, what was your thought when you found out it was going to be on STARZ?
I'll be honest with you. I was completely, caught off guard because, I guess when you get into the groove of just kind of working and, just doing projects because of the people that, are responsible for them and your belief in their vision, you just kind of do the work and then you just leave the rest in God's hands, you know what I mean? And so I don't really have any expectations for the stuff that I do. But when Howard, reached out to us and said that STARZ picked it up, I was like, yeah. I said, let me go back. You did say STARZ, right? Like STARZ, yeah, like the same network that has Power and what's it?
P-Valley,
yes. That's STARZ. Like it's not another division of STARZ that you're talking about. You mean STARZ. I mean, but it goes to show that when you have a vision and you put forth the effort, that there's something waiting on the other side for you. So to be part of his vision and for it to pay off this way, and for Memphis to be celebrated in this fashion, that's awesome. I mean, I'm completely mind blown and appreciative.
Wow. Okay, John, did that put extra pressure on you when you found out? That you go back and double back and let me double check, make sure we got the coloration right?
No, not really. I felt really good and proud to be on the project, and I thought that as I always think that if you want to be a filmmaker, and if you're in Memphis, I always know you don't have to go to LA. You don't have to go chasing. All you have to do is come up with a good story, get people together, put it together and execute, and just keep doing it and doing it, and make the right connections, and just be honest and do things the right way. Mm-hmm. And sooner or later, opportunities are going to open up. People want to come here and do films. Memphis is got a lot of opportunity for growth in the future, I feel, for storytelling. And even in this whole region, in this area, I think we're going to see a lot of new things coming to pass. And this is just one example of that.
Indeed, because I know, Kendrick, you say that you're from Mississippi, and the impact of what happens in Memphis definitely reverberates into Mississippi and Arkansas. And I'm super excited to see some of those things. Mr. Howard Bell.
Yes.
We're about to do the wrap up, but I want to make sure that we tell people the most important part is the fact, the when and the where they can, if they want to, participate in the special screening, and also where they can see it on STARZ.
Oh, sure. So the screening, and I'm sorry because I would have put this in the comments, but I cannot find it. So anybody that's listening, just put the Eventbrite link in the comments for us, please. But Thursday, actually next Thursday, March 10th, Malco Paradiso, doors open at 5:30. We are going to be showing the movie JOOKIN. However, we're going to have a lot of things going on. We got a short film called The Little Death that actually Keenan is in that. Yeah, he's in that. It's a short film about 15 to 18 minutes long. We're going to have Lotus B, which is actually Lakeisha, who plays Charlene. She is a comedian, so she's going to make us laugh before we get into the movie. And right after her, we're going to have the movie. And after that, we're going to have the cast. Everyone here is going to be here along with everyone else. We're going to have the cast going to do a Q&A. After that, we're going to go right down the street, probably about 5 to 7 minutes, to Venture South Studios at 2622 Poplar. It's going to be complimentary food, beverages, DJ One Love is going to be there spinning. Nikki's Simple Kitchen is going to be providing the food. My guy from Westwood, Chris Norman, is going to be making the drinks. So it's just going to be a really good time. It's going to be a celebration. So we're just going to finally let it out, finally celebrate, because I know I haven't. It's just kind of been like, man, we're still rushing and still trying to get stuff to them to make sure everything is, taken care of, insurance, all this stuff like that. But Andrew could be back in town. He's world traveler. Keenan, hopefully he will be in town.
I'll be here. I'll be there.
John is, hopefully he won't be working. So too hard anyway. He probably still be working, but not too hard. So we are going to take a break. And, I need it. I think everybody else does too, man. We'll just take a mental break, have a great time. We're going to have a great time.
Now, Howard, I just want to say this because as we come to the wrap up, and of course, Lavelle, I saw your comment and I'm going to place it up there. But how important is it for you, even though you're, between Memphis and Nashville, to stay connected to the Memphis film community?
Oh, it's really important. I'm really kind of doing, this is my first movie in Memphis. But I always, when I did something, I always came back to show it. It was usually on Studio on the Square. Just show a little independent, or at the other one that they closed and changed to something else. But it's important, and it's even more important now because I know so much. There's so much talent there now that I know I haven't punched in. Even though I had other movies, some of those people were from Memphis that just knew from the neighborhood, Westwood, that were acting, just things like that. But it's super important. Like I said, it's even more important now because I met great people like these guys here, the young ladies that were on there earlier, that I know it can get done and everybody takes their job seriously.
Wow. Now, for those who weren't able to come tonight, could you give us some of the other Jookers that are going to be in the movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, G Walker. We tried to get G on. I don't know what happened to G's phone. G, JR, Lorraine, Elise, Cena, AGOD, Deuce, and oh my gosh, Clint, C Money, those are the Jookers, and you have some OG Jookers as well, Telly Albright, Jason. So it's a really diverse group of guys and gals, and I just can't wait to everybody to see it, man. You know, you're gonna love it or like it. You know, it's either one.
Because it's just like Memphis. Either you love Memphis or you hate Memphis. Either one. So it's the move. Yeah. So last but not least, STARZ. When is the tentative date for that again?
The tentative date that they have is May 1st, but I just kind of like to say spring 22.
Okay.
Because that may change. You never know. So spring 22, but by that time we will, as we get closer to that date, we'll start posting information and say, hey, it's on, watch it. And we just want a good showing, you know. Things go right, you never know what can happen. It can turn into something.
A series. It can turn into a TV series.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Speak that into existence.
Yes, you know I'm speaking it, Keenan. You know I am.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody knew it was going to do this, so it's not impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And for those who would like to be a part of the JOOKIN family, be sure to go to Facebook, search for JOOKIN, that's JOOKIN, the movie, that's on Facebook, to basically join this movement, JOOKIN the movie. And for those who are like, I've never heard of JOOKIN, Google it, and become a fan of the music of this art form. Any last words to any of you I want to say before we wrap tonight?
I just want to say, I want to say one salute to you. You know what I mean? I know you and I go way back. You know what I mean? So I'm so excited to see you still, continuing to move forward and to see what you're doing with your platform. And I'm just appreciative that you invited us on your platform to speak about the film. So congratulations and salute to you.
Thank you, Keenan. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you. Kendrick, John.
Thank you for definitely having me on the show. I appreciate it. And looking forward to next week. And hopefully, we'll have a packed house and seeing what impact it has on people.
All right, John.
Yeah, thanks, Christie, for this. This is awesome. You're awesome. And keep pushing forward. And like for everybody that's been a part of the film, y'all should feel proud. This is a great moment for storytelling in Memphis. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the premiere.
All right. And then John, I'm going to let you toss it over to Howard. And I'm trying to see what Lavelle wrote real quick. Let's see before you say anything. He said the lineup is, he really gave us the full 411. The world premiere screening of JOOKIN movie Thursday, March the 10th. Doors open at 5:30. Malco Paradiso Cinema, Grill, and IMAX. Comedy with Lotus. Oh yeah, he pretty much there. If you're watching this, just press pause. Freeze.
Yeah, the link is at the actual link. It had that same information on there. Is on his next post below that. Yeah. So that'll have everything right there, and it's all detailed. But just like everyone else said, Chrissy, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I will see you next week because you are.
I'm so happy. I'm gonna be real special next week, y'all. I'm gonna have to glam up and be real Hollywood.
That's right. That's right. I think we all are. I think we all are. There's gonna be a lot of smiles next week.
All right, and feel free to share this video all next week. I think it's a great recap. Of course, you have some other press that you're doing. Shout out to all those who are spreading, shedding is the word shedding or spreading or spotlighting you. That's the word I think I wanted. Yes, it's an S. Thank y'all so much. Have an amazing Friday night and a great weekend. And anytime, Howard, anytime.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Much love.
You too. Bye-bye.